All right, Shalom. For the forms, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bashim Shai, Bashim Harakab Kadash. Double honor to the apostle, the elder, the great millstone. You all right? Double honor to the apostle, the elder, the great millstone, to all the acumen across the globe. Put you in the word truth and steady. I want to say Shalom. All right, it's getting another lesson, man. We didn't start the fire. All right, this is something that's been going on since the beginning of time, man. All right, this is part of the Lord's plan is to set one nation against another. All right, and this is not only biblical, but it's been going on since the beginning, starting in the garden. And I'm not going to read the whole Genesis 3. I'm going to get to the point. Genesis 3 and 16 it says, unto the woman, he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. And sorrow thou shalt bring forth, Salakia. That's not 1:15. It says that I will put enmity, right. Genesis 3 and 14, and the Lord Yahweh said unto the serpent, because I have done this, thou art cursed above all cattle, and above every beast of the field. Upon thy belly thou shalt go, thus shalt thou eat all the days of thy life, man. All right, so the serpent is on his belly, man, slithering around, all right, in confusion, all right, in a state of perplexity, okay? All right, and he's been eating this all the days of his life, man. All right, rule of the nations in anger, okay? Now I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed, it shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel, man. All right, so let's go to that word enmity, right? This has been going on from the beginning, man. All right, enmity. Hatred. All right, there's been hatred between the serpent seed, all right, and the woman's seed, which is, the woman is Eve, but also Israel, man. Okay? Let's get this. Is Genesis 25 and I'm going to get to the point. Genesis 25:22, and the children struggled within her, and she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord. And Yahweh said unto her, two nations are in thy womb, and two manner of people shall be separated from the bowels, and the one people shall be stronger than the other people. The elder shall serve the younger. All right. So these two nations that were in the womb of Rebecca, all right, were enemies from the beginning, man. All right, had a hatred in the womb they were fighting, man. All right. So this thing that is going on now, man. Hey, we didn't start the fire. It's always been burning since the world been turning, man. You know? Okay? It's Ezekiel 35. It's Ezekiel 35. I'm going to start at 1. It said, moreover, the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it. All right, Mount Seir is the hometown of Edom. All right, of Esau, Edom. And say unto it, the inhabitants of Mount Seir, which are now the Esau, man. And say unto it, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, O Mount Seir, I'm against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. All right? And that's what the Lord's getting ready to go do. And I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am Yahweh. And this is the point, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword, in the time of their calamity, the time that their iniquity had an end, man. All right, so Esau been having a perpetual hatred against the children of Israel, man, ever since the garden, or ever since Abel, all right, ever since Cain killed Abel, all right, and Esau and Jacob and Esau, okay, you've done nothing but murder, abuse, misuse, mistreat, try to create a a genocide amongst the Native Americans, Latinos, and the Negroes, which are the Israelites, man. I'm going that word perpetual. I already know what it means. One of my favorite words I like to use. All right. This is it means Hebrew word is olam, right? Or olam. All right. For perpetual means long duration, antiquity, futurity, forever, everlasting, evermore perpetuate, old, ancient time, long time of past, forever, always, continuous existence, everlasting, indefinite, or unending future. All right, so Esau's hatred for you would never, ever end, man. All right, the fire has been burning, man. All right, he had a perpetual hatred against you, Jake, and you think he's gonna get you out of this situation? All right. You see, we got one good is said against evil, right? Salaki. Come on now. Sirach 33 and 14 says, good is said against evil, and life against death. So is the godly against the sinner, and the sinner against the godly. Right? All right, so good is said against evil, man. Who was evil? Esau Edom, the so-called white man, man. All right? Who's the good? The so-called Native Americans, the Latinos, and the so-called Negroes, which are the blacks, man. All right? Everything's one against another, man. All right? Okay. Let me see if I get this. Right, this is Sirach 33. And dang, I want to get the whole thing. Let's see if I can get the whole thing. Try to figure out how to do this. Should I put it in here? This is good too. I might have used that. This had it though. Right, 33. Wow, okay. So looks. It's a new one. I never used it before. It says, Sirach 33 and 13 here. The clay is in the potter's hand to fashion it as his pleasure. So man is in the hand of him that made him to render to them as he liketh best. So the hand, it's like we're all in the hands of the Lord. It's like Esau, Edom, Ishmael, all right, Moab, Ammon. Okay, he made them particularly the way he wanted to make them. All right, as the clay is in the potter, and we are clay, man. We all made of the dust of the ground, man. As the clay is in the potter, as the clay is in the potter's hand to fashion it at his pleasure, so man is in the hand of him that made him to render to them as him like his best. Right? Good is set against evil, and life against death. So it's the godly against the sinner, and the sinner against the so the godly against the sinner, and the sinner against the godly. So look upon all the works of the Most High, and they are two and two, one against another, man. All right, so this thing has been going on, all right, because it's the work of Yahweh Shemiah Shai, man. All right, we're set against each other, man. Good against evil, all right. The godly against the sinners, man. All right. This is Sirach 13. Want to get that. If it's on there. I'm gonna read out the book. I don't know why I didn't do that. So about 13 and 15 is every beast loveth his like, and every man loveth his neighbor. All flesh consorteth according to kind, and a man will cleave to his like, man. Right, man. So a man's gonna cleave to his like. You wonder why Esau never wants to admit and to side with Jake for the most part, well, because they cleave to their like, because they all benefited and are beneficiaries of the oppression of the Israelites, man. It says all flesh consorteth according to kind, and the man will cleave to his like, man. Right, man. You don't see matter of fact, gonna say it. What fellowship have the wolf with the lamb, so the sinner with the godly, man? All right, so we're not meant to live together, man. All right, we're meant to be to have division. So what agreement is there between the hyena and the dog, and what peace between the rich and the poor? As the wild ass is the lion's prey in the wilderness, so the rich eat up the poor. Okay? All right, so, and who's the rich and who's eating up the poor, man? All right, the rich is Esau, the poor is the poor is Israel, man. All right. Let me see. We're gonna read out here. This is Baruch. Baruch 4. Baruch 4 and 31, it says Baruch 4 and 30. It said, take a good heart, O Jerusalem, for he that gave thee that name will comfort thee. Miserable are they that afflicted thee, and rejoice at thy fall. Miserable are the cities which thy children served. Miserable is she that received thy sons. For as she rejoiced at thy ruin, and was glad of thy fall, so shall she be grieved for her own desolation. All right? So, hey, who's the seed that received the Israelites, man? Not only is it the other nations, man, mostly Esau, Edom, man, here in America, man. All right? So the Lord is going to set judgment, man. Okay, hey, and your judgment is to face the judge with Yahweh Shai, man. All right, get your sentence. All right, it's gonna be 1,000 years, and it's gonna be getting burnt up, man. All right, hey, we didn't start this fire, man. All right, my friend, come on, let's do some more. There's oh yeah, con. Good. Okay, all these are all done, man. Is just showing the true colors, man. Genesis 27 and 41. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob, man. This is like perpetual. This is from the beginning. Ongoing. All right? Steady in existence, man. All right? And Esau got a lot to pay for, man. This Amos 1:11 says, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever, man. That's a total definition of the word perpetual, man. Keeping it forever, man. All right? Okay? Hey, so Esau is gonna pay dearly, all right, for the thing that he's done, man. It says, Psalm 137 and 7, it says, remember, O Yahweh, the children of Edom, the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof, man. All right? You Edomites, man, got a long history of hating us, man. All right? And here's what he said in Obadiah, though. Obadiah 1 and 10, so for thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever, man. Hey, you laughing now, you gonna cry later, man. In the day that thou stoodest on the other side, in the day that the strangers carried away his captive his forces, and foreigners entered into his gates, and cast lots upon Jerusalem, even thou was as one of them. But thou shouldest not have looked on the day of thy brother, in the day that he became a stranger, neither should thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction, neither should thou have spoken proudly in the day of distress, man. Hey, and you forget, man, you want to say, oh, we're all brothers. You at the job, hey, brother, hey, but you don't treat us like brothers, man. But instead, hey, you look for ways to end our name out of the face of the earth. Thou shouldst not have entered into the gate of my people in the day of their calamity. Yea, thou shouldst not have looked on their affliction in the day of their calamity, nor have laid hands on their substance in the day of their calamity. Neither, and what's that, man? You got raped and pillaged the temple, man. So shouldest thou have stood in the crossway to cut off those that did escape. Neither shouldest thou have delivered up those that did remain in the day of distress. Right, man. Even when Jay tried to get away, all right, they try to move out to cities and try to move out to neighborhoods, all right, to escape the violence. What do? You don't want them in your suburbs, man. All right, you don't want them driving home from work at after dark. All right, for the day of Yahweh is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. For as ye have drunk upon my mountain, my holy mountain, so shall the heathen drink continually. Yea, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been, man. All right? So that's what's going to happen to you, to you, other nations, man. Starting with Esau, Edom, man. All right, we didn't start the fire. Guess what? The Lord's going to end it. With that, I'm going to say, call Allah, Yahweh Shai. Double honor to the apostle, elder, great millstone. Until next time, Shalom.